What's up, Warriors? Another day, another music reaction. So, we have gone through all 8 chapters of Rain's Troubles. And I know you guys would have seen my comments. I have so many mixed feelings. I literally found myself standing in front of the basin this week, washing dishes, and then thinking about Rain's chapters and his story. And I'm still baffled. I still get angry considering what he's been through. I still get frustrated. I feel sad, and then all of a sudden I'm feeling so inspired, so hopeful by his story, by everything that he's been through. Yet look at where he is today. And the fact that he can tell his story and still stand strong. Yes, he got emotional, we got emotional. But that's part of the journey. So honestly, I think this was quite life-changing. There's really I've been through a few ups and downs this week, and when I want to bitch and moan about it, look at this one. Odin, when when I just want to start and bitch and moan about what it is that I'm going through or how exhausted I am or whatever the case might be, then I think back, oh shit, hold on. What has Ren been through? And he actually managed to survive this. He actually managed to still remain positive and um like still sharing his story and all of this. So yeah, he kind of shaped me a bit this week. I don't know how long that will last. I mean, we're all human, but he has been relentless, and honestly, I've learned from him. I really have. I think it's almost. I don't know if it's too soon, but I'm still very much reminiscing in and wallowing in all the emotions that I'm feeling after sitting through these 8 chapters and really paying attention to him and his story and his feelings and everything that he's projected. So um, I'm still in that processing phase. So I take long, guys. If I get to the point where I actually process things, I take a while to process it. And that's why I replay it over and over again in my mind when I'm freaking having my first cup of coffee in the morning or washing dishes or whatever things I do that tends to be therapeutic for me. Um, so yeah, you guys have bombarded me with requests for Troubles and the normal version, which let's go with the original version. And then also the acoustic version. And now you guys know how I feel about acoustic versions. So we will save that one for last. Let's first react to the original version because apparently, based on what all of you said, Troubles, or the song Troubles, is literally wrapping up all 8 chapters into one, um, which is very fitting considering that the song's name is Troubles and the series of 8 chapters is called Troubles. So yeah, let us dive into this and see how Rain is touching us again today and just how much it's going to change our lives. Here we go.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitter. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving.
Hold on. He's saying so much. There's so much to process here. Okay. I want to go back to, he said something about being ejected out of the cockpit. It is so fitting. It is insane because he was literally ejected from his very perfect bubble that he had into the oblivion. I mean, obviously the motion of being ejected out of the cockpit is it's so quick. It's so, it has so much impact. You don't know where you're going to land. So this is, hold on. And he essentially was ejected. Let's work with the metaphor. He was ejected without a parachute, because look at how long he's had to suffer. Let's just start from the freaking beginning. I mean, I'm not even gonna go look for this now. Let's just listen to this again. Holy shit. I love how he said he wished he had more stories of hope at the time of going through all of this. Because I can only imagine how hopeless, he explained how hopeless he was.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis.
Yet, elastic bands only stretch so far and then break. Yet, he didn't break. Like, Ren has been absolutely phenomenal. I know that the several diagnoses that he had, and the psychosis, it was deemed to be psychosis, right? So he's mentally ill. There's some mental imbalances and all of this crap. But never did he, and it could be seen as psychotic breaks, even when he was hallucinating about running into the homeless man, right? When he was, I think, 26. And he ended up lying naked in the road, looking upwards, thinking, oh, what the hell's happening right now, né? Because he lost everything. Like, I'm so appreciative of what he said in that one chapter, when all of this played off, him lying in the road, and he literally said him losing that laptop where all his lyrics, where all his videos and everything that he had to show for his life was on that laptop, and now he has lost that. Like, that shook me to my core, because I have okay, so I have like this, I call it my treasure box. Okay, so everything of my entire life that I hold dear, that I have attached sentiment to, is in this treasure box. And this is freaking little love letters from my school days. It is every single birthday card that I've ever received. It is my birth certificate. It is my first lock of hair that my mother cut off when I was young. Like, everything that's in there that I hold dear, um, breakup letters, and when I graduated, the messages that people wrote on my shirt, even though I knew they didn't mean it. So all of this is in this box. And for me, I'm thinking, when I leave this country, I'm going to have to burn that. Because there's way too much personal stuff in there to just leave it or give it away. Obviously, it's very personal. So I need to get rid of it. And I've been wanting to get rid of it because I don't like my personal stuff being all over the place, or someone having access to that kind of personal stuff. And I can't get myself to do that, because that is what I have to show for my life. And I know it's not really true, even though I feel that way. But I cannot imagine having to actually lose everything that he's written about, all the suffering, all the torture he's been through, emotional, physical, mentally. It really shook me when he said that. And I'm rambling, but I think it's worth rambling when it comes to Ren's troubles. Like, we have been through this journey, we have been on this road trip, so let's just, like, literally go through all of it without rushing. Okay, that's the key. Yeah, I don't want to go back again, because he keeps saying something that is like,
Ejected from the
this is so
cockpit of
meaningful.
living. 19, young teen, waking up bitter. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bedroom. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mom, but not because.
Again, I'm going to say what I said in that chapter. Do not think you're going to buy something from eBay, especially black candles, and think it's going to end well. Yeah, he definitely brought some shit home.
Psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mom, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm like.
I'm stopping a lot during this song, but I mean, like I said, we're not going to rush this. I was very, I don't know if I want to say pleased, but I was quite surprised that in the comments, a lot of you actually understood what I was saying about having to redirect pain when Um, you hurt yourself when you cut yourself, when you're mentally suffering. So that was quite surprising for me. I honestly thought it's just me who thinks about it that way. That was my reasoning. I thought you guys might actually not agree with what I was saying, but I was very surprised um, to see that I'm not the only one who feels about it that way. And imagine this, being stuck in your bed and for us on a day to day, your bed is your safe space. It's your comfort. It's your where you go to unwind and sleep and rest for the next day. But he literally referred to his bed as a tomb. I mean, that is harsh. That is not an existence. It has such strong meaning because now you get the idea of even the very basic comfort that us humans have on a day to day. Rain didn't have that. Like a basic safe space at the end of a long day, we go, we rest. For him, like he was trapped in the tomb. He couldn't go anywhere. He didn't have the energy to go anywhere. He was waiting to die. He most days he felt like dying, like he was already dead. And like I said, he was already a carcass. He was so skinny, he was so pale because he didn't get out. He couldn't go out because the light was too much for him. So the fact that he was still so persistent to try and find a cure blows my mind. Like personally, I probably would have given up. I would have given up. And even though I can be a persistent little bitch sometimes, when it gets this bad, like Rain, like I said in my comments, guys, or now my last comment yesterday on chapter 8, Rain is the Keanu Reeves / John Wick of his own story. Like he's been kicking ass when me personally, I would have just died. I would have just given up. So yeah, this guy has given new meaning to what it means to suffer.
I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you.
Hold on. Instead of asking forgiveness, he's on the handing out side. He's handing out forgiveness. Okay. Hello. I love this. This is epic. And I totally get it. I don't think I've ever handed out forgiveness to all the gods. No, you weren't there when I needed you. And Rain has been through like every single time he reached out to a god or looked into a different faith or tried to find some form of comfort and wanting to connect with a god from whichever religion or belief system, it didn't serve him. It did not at all whatsoever. So when he needed a god the most, he was just left to perish. He was left to create his own hope, to create his own persistence, to create his own, I want to say, blade, So when he cut himself, he also made himself stronger, because instead of giving into this emotional and mental pain, he now said, I can take the physical pain. So now let's get this going. Um, I mean, he did exactly that when he said he refused to put his family through the pain and suffering that his friends' parents had to go through after committing suicide. So, yeah, this is striking. Wow. Just wow. We're going to go back to this because I want to hear this again. Like, have I ever heard anyone say this? Has anyone ever forgiven a God? Oh,
Younger and my body got stronger and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed and my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you, pain that I live through, everything I've been through is yours to hold.
oh wow. While he still hasn't given up on the idea of a God. Hectic. Oh, yikes. Hope. Okay, so absolutely. We're gonna have to like this. Oh my goodness gracious. Um, let's see. Did he pin the lyrics for us here somewhere? Uh, sure. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is okay. First of all, before I even start here, I did not hear him repeat anything. So this whole song of how long? 4 minutes and 15 seconds, he memorized everything. Like, how is that even possible? Okay, my brain will not do that. So, I don't reach into the past very much, for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts leave me stuck. When I reach in, memories are seeped into hydraulic acid. I go to war and get passive and freeze up. But music helped the ice to thaw. Put a chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Bullet out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Itching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from cockpit of the living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten, poses up, manhunt, rain went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. Yes, still. I mean, considering everything, he still ends the song off with he forgives God and no one but God knows his troubles. Which, I mean, surely there has to be something out there. Like there has to be, whether it's high intelligence, whether it's a higher power, whatever the case might be. But I actually cannot believe that he still has not lost a sense of faith or a sense of belief. The first year maybe was the hardest, waking in a body that was buried like a carcass, brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Like, I understand the shark bit situation because obviously his body was deteriorating, but brain in the lion's den, was there some biblical connection there, maybe? Waking up in pain again, aching, broken-hearted, persistent little bugger. I was bouncing from doctor to doctor to doctor like a table tennis game that has no end. So, be the fate of rain, every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams, mind severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your mind, your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Ooh, hectic. Style hurt me. Always in my bed tomb. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally, you steadily decline. 24 hours poor. Disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they cracked. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then they snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. I still say he was visited by someone. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25, living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum. Alone and physically done. It could not be good for your confidence if you live with your mum at that age. So I understand the need of wanting to say that. Alone and physically done, so thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in a holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's a relief in the teeth of the kiss of a cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated. While I'm laying broke and naked on my back, I brought my microphone into my coffin, started dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper, knocking on the track. Then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow, and a cell transplant brought me out of the cold, and my body got stronger, my skin got younger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. This has to be my favorite lyric of this entire thing because that is hope. My stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. That is the hope of I can still bloody well open this door somehow. This door has to open. I can make it open. There's potentially a way to open this. Like it's all the what ifs, all the hows, all the can I, maybe, should I, would I, everything wrapped into hope. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for the gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you, pain that I live through, everything I have been through is yours to hold. Yikes. Just yikes. This really is the 8 chapters wrapped in one song. I'm liking this before I'm even listening to this. Come on. Acoustic. Yes. Oh, God.
Oh, Lordy, now trouble so high. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God. I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stuck when I reach it. Memories are seeped in hydrochloric acid. I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music helped the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads for the reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted, persistent little bugger. I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed. Tomb, rearranged the alphabet, all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24, I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25, the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap deep in psychosis. Hallucinations, trouble vision, visits from the underworld for conjuring my superstition. 25, living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated, on the pain sophisticated, while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I brought my microphone into my coffin, started dropping raw thoughts with a grim reaper knocking on the trap. But then, man, lo and behold, I saw this angel beckon on the treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow, and the cell transplant brought me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you, pain that I live through, everything I've been through is yours to hold. Oh Lord, you know, trouble so high. Oh Lord, now trouble so high. And don't nobody know my troubles but God. Don't nobody know my troubles but God.
Oh. I just connect differently with music that is acoustic. Uh, and I I love Wayne's acoustic music. I love the way he plays guitar. So my brother plays in a similar way. Um, and I'm really not a fan of people who just strum away, on a guitar. But it's the finger picking that really, because now you're adding proper rhythm, you're adding tone, you're adding, I don't know. It's so different, and it adds, the way Red plays adds so much emotion. to his music and to the exact lyrics that we've listened to and read, um, and just gives me a completely different vibe. It always it really makes me more sad um, to listen to acoustic versions, because it's the music almost hypes me up in the first version, for instance. So it will bring out more the anger, the happiness, the frustration, the aggressive emotions. And then acoustic, because it's so subtle, because it's so gentle, because it's so thorough and precise, it's yeah, it makes me feel more sad, and it makes me connect more to what is being sung. So yeah, there's really nothing this guy can do. There's nothing this guy cannot do. The negative needs to be in there. Um, Look, Warriors, this has been a roller coaster. It has been a journey. I'm so glad that I've actually said that this is going to be my little road trip with Ren, because it really was. And after the first episode, so let me tell you this. So I first named my playlist when I've set everything up. So I first named it uh, Ren's Travels, or Road Trip with Ren Travels, right? But after the first episode, chapter one, I had to rename it, and I left the road part in, but I then added therapy session, because it really felt like a therapy session, not just his, but mine. I mean, he made me go through so much of my own stuff. Like, I processed things during these 8 chapters that I haven't touched in all my life. That's just there in my little Pandora box. So I'm so grateful to Rain, honestly, from human to human. Um, Nothing that I've been through. I've always thought my life has been a horror movie. If anyone had to go make a horror movie of my life, it will sell out. Um, but I've also been so detached that it never really feels like it's my story. So again, locking those emotions away into the Pandora box, just so that I can get through the next day, which means I don't process my actual experiences. But you guys can tell when I start sharing my stuff, I'm actually processing, because that's why my emotions come out. So um, this to me has been life changing, honestly, because I thought mine is a horror story, but what Rain has gone through is, I don't know, I think he's been through way worse, honestly. Um, yeah, and it shouldn't be an achievement for anyone to like think, oh, what I've gone through is so much worse, whatever. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. It's pretty shit to go through some stuff, but I feel so inspired, and I feel so hopeful and so encouraged and so motivated and so I don't even know. Like, I feel like those words that I just listed does not even begin to explain what I feel. But when people have really lived through 4, 5, 6, 7 lifetimes worth of agony, and they still end up being honorable people, they still end up spreading a message of hope and not resentment, not fury, not um, hatred, and going after everyone on a killing spree and killing people out of because something snapped, like that elastic band. So when he sang about the elastic band snapping when it stretches too far, like it was two things. One, he didn't snap. He think he did, or he thought he did, um, because of all the mental stages that he went through, the psychosis, the hallucinations, and etc. But he didn't snap in a way that most people would have. And that is what's getting to me right now, is what is he made of? Like, I admire self-made people. I always have. I had a thing, well, I do have a thing with people who are filthy fucking rich, but they trust babies, or they've never worked for their own money. Like, they just don't see life the same way as people who actually worked for it. Like Rain. Rain was broke. He had nothing. And he could have just given up. He could have died. He could have turned out to be a serial killer. He could have turned out to be a crazy person who gets high on meds and sits in a straitjacket in an institution. I mean, that's pretty easy. Just you don't have any responsibilities whatsoever. And you completely cut off from the world. You kind of just wait until you die. It's not living, and it's an existence. He could have chosen all of that, but he didn't. He didn't snap like the elastic band, because look at what he's contributing to society. Look at who he is. Look at his belief system. And yes, I'm going to say it again. Myself and Ren align on our belief system. He's calling out what needs to be called out. He is not shying away from the stuff that's wrong in this world. And he has the amount of empathy for others that very few has in this life. And yes, empaths are crazy people. I'm an empath. I'm crazy. We are not very objective. No, emotions tend to take over, and we'll always put the next person first before ourselves. I mean, that's not always objective. It's not always healthy. It's not good. I mean, look at his song Crutch, then you'll know what I'm saying. But he has a way of not staying in the lane that was dedicated and prescribed for him. He completely confabulated the stars. Like, if his fate was written in the stars, he changed that by a big fact fuck you moment. Yeah, I'll be able to ramble on forever, but I don't think it's needed. I'm so grateful to you guys. Again, Woodiman, thank you for suggesting the chapters. I actually saw someone else yesterday as well asking, but it was an older comment who asked for the chapters. I didn't see that out until yesterday. So thank you. You guys really have you've opened a few doors for me. Even if it's just doors of processing emotion, processing memories, processing experiences that was way overdue. And now, yeah, now I'm left kind of with all of this hope that Rain. Hey, look at this puppy behind me. I'm not gonna look now, but listen to him. I'm left with the utmost hope and the will to. Hey, my boy. Oh, you're pressing buttons. You're pressing buttons. Um, what's your story now? I'm trying to talk to the people. The warriors are looking at you. You're gonna pull off all my stuff. Odin. Odin. Say hello. You're becoming famous now, Nate. Yes, so yay, yay. Not on my keyboard. Say thank you for the audience. Say thank you for the warriors. And say hello and say goodbye. Guys, oh, next up is going to be suicide. I recorded that actually before I started recording. I think it was before recording the chapters, or it might have been after. I can't remember now. I haven't. I still need to edit it. I actually really hope now I recorded it after the chapters because I mean now like I have an epiphany. I know so much more now and I really understand where all of this is coming from. So yes, I will publish that probably tomorrow after Troubles. Um, I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being on this journey with me, for encouraging me to do this, firstly, and then sticking with me as we just go through this. And honestly, I don't think this is going to be my last time that I watch the chapters. I am going to watch it again because, like anything else, it's impossible to really take in every single thing that someone is saying, especially when there's so much being shared. So I really want to go and watch it again and again. I'll maybe cap myself at 3 times. Otherwise, I might become obsessive. Um, to just really make sure that I'm not missing anything. And I mean, again, it will be back. It will be me being back in my therapy chair. Um, so, Rain, thank you. Warriors and renegades, thank you. You guys are freaking awesome. Um, and you guys make me laugh so much in the comments that I sometimes I can't feel my cheeks. Your comments are beautiful and it's so appreciated. I love it. And so thank you. I'm really connecting with a lot of you. I can't believe it because I can't even put a face to the username, but I feel like I know you guys. Um, when I read your stories, when I read what you've been through. So yeah, overall, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I will check you in the next one. Bye.